Hello, my gorgeous soul community. I hope that you guys are all doing well. This is your weekly oracle card reading that I record every Sunday for you guys to be able to navigate the current energies of the coming week so then you can align to your highest path. The card deck that we've been guided to use is the Divine Feminine Oracle cards. So lovely. The first card that comes through that can help us through our week of September 27th to October 3rd is Yeshi Shoigwo. It is the Lady of the Lotus Born. There's the card. And when your soul selects her card, it can be so easy to forget that everything we touch, everything we say, and everything we do is not separate from the divine. Yes, she embodied one of the most potent spiritual truths. The female body is an asset to enlightenment, not a hindrance. How many times have you thought, or have you, if you're a lady or a feminine identifying, have you thought, oh, I have my period, this is, a hindrance, essentially. That can often be, or we blame emotions or that kind of thing because we've been taught to stuff our emotions down. However, the body is a vehicle to free us from the idea that there are any limitations to reality. Tantra, she was initiated into it and worked with it several times over, weaves together the sacred and the mundane. So think about sacred being like divine and mundane is like matter, right? To reveal the spiritual nature of all things, allowed Yeshi to realize that she was born both an ordinary woman and an incarnation of the Buddha, Vajrayogini. I hope I said that right, because she was considered to be the feminine Buddha, fully embodied. So we are both divine and both feminine, or we are both human and both divine is what they're wanting to get across. We are both human and both divine. We are both a mortal body and an eternal essence. And what's so fascinating, what Spirit's been coming through and saying to so many people lately who are getting readings or who I'm doing coaching with, they are comparing, they're saying, to take away the word death and replace it with the word transition, because we don't cease to exist when we die. We simply change forms. I love merging the practical with the spiritual, and the way that they said it to me, it's like picture going from matter, so like a body, to changing into another form. So like as in a gas, right? You just change form. It doesn't mean that you don't exist or that you ceased existing. So we are both a mortal body and an eternal essence that continues on. How gorgeous is that? The body too often can be a scapegoat for so much hate, distrust, and violence. For meanwhile, the body holds infinite wisdom. Our bodies are so brilliant. They're trying to speak to us all the time. And when we get a disease or a dis-ease, it's really trying to show us some deeper inner things that want to come up and be healed. So then you can move forward. So the body holds infinite wisdom, pleasure, and possibilities. This is the moment to see your gorgeous body as the tremendous gift that it is. And it doesn't matter if you're male or female. Absolutely. Tremendous gift. It's the moment to realize there's no greater intoxication than just being fully in your body, from head to soul. So isn't that fascinating? It's literally what they're showing me. It's like grounding down into the earth, really feeling yourself grounded into the earth, but then also connected from above as well. So one way that you can do that is imagine or pretend a tube or a light or a waterfall coming down from your tailbone through your legs into the earth, deep into the earth, past the dirt, past the rocks, all the sediment, everything. Pretend they're like a root growing deep into the earth. And then allowing that energy to come back up through your feet, through your legs, into your stomach, up into your heart, and then bringing the energy, imagine, or pretend the energy of the divine. So I love to imagine a golden light coming down from the heavens, entering in through the top of my head, enter in through the top of your head, come down through your body, and meeting in the heart, the two energies of earth and spirit mix and mingle and then flow freely throughout so they can dance and play with each other. That's one way that you can actually be fully embodied, fully in alignment from your head to your soul. This card is a call to remember the holiness of your flesh, the deep wisdom your body contains, and the temple you walk around in every day. It truly, truly is a temple, a beautiful thing. What a journal prompt that is here for you is what helps me remember that my body is sacred. Saying that, leaning into that can help you to stay present. So see what comes through for you. The affirmation or the soul remembrance is embodiment is the deepest bliss. Embodiment, again, is what I just showed you how to do, is connect to earth, to heaven, and bring it through your whole being. My body was made for enlightenment. So that's the affirmation. Embodiment is the deepest bliss. My body was made for enlightenment. The next card that comes through that can help us through our week is Isis. And she's the goddess of magic. So it goes on to say the sexual energy that creates life can also be used to sustain life. It's significant that Isis brings Osiris back to life by making love to him. So the story goes that Osiris died, his body was scattered all over the earth, and she went through the earth to bring it back together. The metaphor is that by uniting life and death, body and soul, masculine and feminine, heaven and earth, a rebirth or a resurrection occurs. So they just want me to read you that again. It's the metaphor that by uniting life and death, body and soul, masculine and feminine, and heaven and earth, a rebirth or a resurrection occurs. And actually, that's the deepest embodiment, isn't it? The sexual energy that sex inspires exists within each of us all the time, latent and waiting to be utilized to create more life. And that doesn't mean necessarily a baby. It can mean a business. It can mean ideas. It can mean art, bringing it to life. Often our own sexual energy or power is feared. 100%, I've been through that, or left neglected and unacknowledged. It's a powerful, sacred life force that Isis wants us to integrate more fully so that we can come into our full power, so that we can experience heaven on earth. It doesn't require a partner to activate it. It only takes awareness, and awareness that it exists, and then the remembering of our heart to our head, our body to our soul, integrating it all together. It takes activating the energy of our root chakra, which is at the bottom of the tail, the base of our spine, and uniting it with the crown chakra just above our head. So even if you set the intention to unite those two together, imagine an energy uniting and coming up and down your spinal column from the base of your spine up to the top of your head. That will help to activate it. This card is a call for us to allow our sexuality to infuse and enhance all that we say and do to really harness that power. She's a sacred reminder that sex is holy. It's holy, it's holy, it's holy. And what makes it holy isn't marriage. It isn't marriage or a certain combination of male and female or masculine and feminine. Sex is made sacred through presence, through embodiment, through a capacity to become fully embodied. Guys, I say it all the time. You can't make this shit up. This card speaks directly to the last card. And what's interesting, before I got on here, I was asking, I was like, well, then what is like the whole basis of this reading? And they said it's sexual healing. Because I myself have asked for healing, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, all the things. And sexual is one of it. And it makes sense completely for what's going on in my life right now. So this is now the sacred sexual healing. So a journal prompt that you can do to move yourself deeper into this. What does sexual empowerment feel like to me? And the affirmation or the soul remembrance is sexual energy is sacred. My pleasure is a prayer that brings me back to life. We're supposed to have pleasure in our lives. And that doesn't mean just from sex, or it can mean, creating or playing or enjoying. We're supposed to have pleasure. We're supposed to enjoy life. The last card that comes through that can help us through our week of September 27th to October the 3rd is Freya. And she's the goddess of discernment. How gorgeous are these cards, by the way? They're by Megan Watterson, and I love that lady. So what she talks about, when your soul selects her card, discernment is derived from the Greek word diakrisis. It refers to a spiritual power that allows you to distinguish between spirits who would harm you and spirits that will help you. It lets us discern when a phone call or an email or is going to add to your day or if it's going to derail it. I know specifically I'll feel into the energy if I see a text message or something come in, or when I get a chance to look at my phone, because I often do disconnect and leave myself so I can be present throughout my day. When I do tap in, I will feel into, does this feel like it's going to suck me dry, or does this feel like that this is going to be here for me? And then listening to that. So discernment is the difference between feeling led by the day, pulled this way and that enough, 100%. How many times do you guys, I know for myself, will get in the past, because now I just let spirit lead my whole life, but you'll get an intuition or you'll get a gut thought, but then you'll second guess it, or you'll leave it alone, or you'll just let it go, and only to find out, damn, I wish I would have listened to that because that was right. So she wants us to be discerning with how we choose to spend our time and who we choose to love. Because guys, we are responsible for stopping our own pain. Quite often, if you are aligning with me, you are an empath, you love helping people, but sometimes you do it to your detriment. So it's up to us to take care of our energy so then we can be of service of the highest nature. But we do that by discerning how we choose to spend our time, who we choose to love, who we choose to involve ourselves with. She wants us to never, ever say yes to anything or anyone. So not to do anything or say yes to anyone from a place of fear or obligation, right? How many times do we say yes to family gatherings or things because, oh, we should do this. This is the thing to do. But meanwhile, you don't want to and you hate being there, right? Says you are the chooser of your own fate. You get to choose the life you want to live. This is literally like, I don't know if you guys are in this, I don't know, age section, but it's like the choose your own adventure books, right? You get to be the chooser 100%. You get to choose a life you want to live. And this happens by being fierce and being warrior-like about what you say yes to, setting your boundaries, maintaining your boundaries, using discernment so that you are only saying yes to what will actually nourish and renew and replenish you. So that's a really great point where you can come from thinking, will this renew and rejuvenate me and nourish me, or will this drain me? And then that's a good way to know your yes or no. Okay, so use discernment so that you're only saying yes to what will actually nourish and renew, inspire, or expand you. It's not your business to worry about what other people will think. It's not your business to worry about other people it's not your business to worry about those you might disappoint. I'm supposed to read that again. It's not your business to worry about those you might disappoint. You were not made to meet everyone's expectations of you, my love. No, you're made to express the truth of who you are. You were made to express the truth of who you are. And that means that you're a sensitive, gorgeous, incredible being, and you need to be discerning of who you spend your time and energy with. You were made to express the truth of who you are and to use the brief time that you have here to live out your potential. Nothing is obligatory except breathing. All of that stuff is just things that we have been told that we need to do or that we should do. This is about stopping the should. What is right for you? As soon as you start honoring yourself and being good to yourself and being discerning of your energy, then your life gets to unfold in the most incredible ways. It would blow your head off at how awesome it can be. But this is the biggest first step. I was talking to a girlfriend earlier today about the importance of cleansing our energy and being really in tune with ourselves. And one of the things that she had mentioned, she's like, oh, I remember to do that for my boys, but I forget to do that for myself. How often do we put others first, right? We have to put on our own gas mask first, our own oxygen mask first. Sorry, I was thinking of the airlines, right? How they teach us that. We have to put on our own oxygen first, my loves. You have to. And that was really shown to me when last Friday I took the day off, took my son to the babysitters and had a day for me. I came back so fulfilled. I was able to do projects that I've been sitting on for months, which I'm super excited because they're now, some of them are available for purchase on my website. And they are I have 4 different energy clearings available for you guys that I will be talking about more, which is awesome. That can help you on your journey, help to support you. Anyhow, because I did that, I was sitting on those things for like 8 months, knowing that I had to get to them, but I didn't have the energy to do it. So by listening to my soul, by doing that one thing that my soul was calling for, it gave me the energy and the gusto and the joy to then create those things. Nothing is obligatory except breathing. Your only true obligation is to the voice of your own soul. Your only true obligation is the voice of your own soul. Freya wants you to realize the gleaming gold that you are and act accordingly. She wants you to unapologetically choose the life that you want, that you actually want to be living right now. She wants you to make your yes holy again by only using it when it's the truth. How powerful is that? So a journal prompt or something that you can lean into. What does a hell yes, the holy yes, feel like in my body? So just think of that. What does it feel like in your body? Get to know what that feels like. And then the intention or the affirmation is, I spend my time wisely. I only say yes when it's a holy hell yes. Now, saying that, guys, I have also opened up some spots for you guys. If you're ready to finally do the damn thing and get the damn thing done and do the work to get you to the next level, I would love to support you. So I do have an opportunity for a free call if that's something that you want to lean into. I would be honored to take your work deeper into this world. Love you guys so much. So many blessings. May the long time sun shine upon you.